So welcome back, guys, to We Talk Boxing, and today I'm going to be talking about Michael Conlan versus Jordan Gill. Now, most professionals and pundits and booking makers had Michael Conlan winning this, and majority of people thought it was, or it should have been, I should say, have been a quite routine performance and victory, an easily fight for Michael Conlan, but it was not to be, I should say. And this fight started off at a high pace for both guys. Um, First round was very competitive between both guys landing good shots. Jordan Gill looking the bigger puncher from round one. However, in round two, again, Jordan Gill just gained confidence. You know what I mean? And every time he was landing on Michael Conlan, you could see that he knew that he had the edge in power. And it wasn't long in that second round before he dropped Michael Conlan, and he dropped him heavy. And to be honest, I don't know how he kind of stayed upon his feet and the referee didn't stop it, because he was all over the place and his legs were gone, and you could see that his legs were gone because at times he was struggling to keep himself up. But somehow, I don't know how, but somehow he managed to stay on his feet and see that round out. And I felt that obviously round three he recovered really well, and he obviously was still a little bit shaky at times, but he regained his senses and he started to land some good shots of his own. And to be honest, it looked as if he was coming back into the fight. From you know what I mean, from my point of view, I'd probably give Michael Conlan round three, four, and five. And he just looked as if the fight was kind of in a weird way going one way. However, I would have to say that even though Michael Conlan was winning the rounds for me from three, four, five onwards, um, he did look a little bit edgy at times. So even though he, Jordan Gill was throwing and landing punches, because both guys were throwing, Jordan Gill looked the bigger puncher, and he just looked as if it was kind of like a matter of time, and it was. And I think I can't remember which round it was, but the referee pretty much gave Michael Conlan a warning, and he said to him, "He's like, look, if you if you use the elbow and you cut Jordan Gill, I'm going to disqualify you." And I'm not sure if that kind of put Michael Conlan off, but it was inevitable at that point because Jordan Gill, as I said, gained in confidence and obviously put more pressure on him. And in the end, in round seven, the referee managed to obviously just jumped in, and that was a stoppage. It was a stoppage victory for Jordan Gill, and it was a brilliant performance from him because, as I said, most people were writing him off, and I have to say myself, I kind of went with Michael Conlan in this fight. Spoke to a lot of my close friends, and I thought that this fight was only going one way. Didn't really see how Jordan Gill was gonna beat, you know, what I mean, the skills of and the speed of Michael Conlan. But one thing I didn't account for was the durability of Michael Conlan. He's clearly he hasn't been the same since the Lee Wood fight. His durability has gone down, and it's such a shame because he was one of Ireland's best fighters, and now he's got a record of 18 wins and 3 losses on his record. And I'm not sure exactly where Michael Conlan goes from this point forward because he's had 3 big losses now on his record, and all 3 of them have come, you know what I mean, against world title challengers. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Um, you got Andy Lee last night, pretty much saying live on TV that he should quit. He should, you know what I mean, call it a day. But yeah, it's quite hard for a fighter because you know in yourself if it's time to kind of hang up the gloves. But I'm not sure what Conlan's going to be thinking because durability wise, he just wasn't there every time Jordan Gill was landing. It just looked as if he was going to go. And Jordan Gill, fair play to him because obviously he moved up weight, and I think Eddie touched upon it in the post fight conference that he told Jordan Gill many years ago to kind of move up weight, and he didn't. But you can see that him moving up weight was probably the right decision because he looked quite strong, and he looked quite big for the weight as well, and he was carrying a bit of muscle, which is quite good because obviously the muscle helped him in the end because obviously it's what stopped what helped stop Michael Conlan. But yeah, it was a good fight. Probably not, you know what I mean, as exciting as what maybe Eddie Hearn was pretty much having it down as, because he was saying, "Oh, this is going to be, you know, me potentially the fight of the year, etc." But it wasn't that for me. It was a good fight between two guys, and yeah, we move on. Next week now we see Devin Haney. He's obviously going to be headlining against what's his name, Regis Prograis. So that's going to be a good event to pretty much watch. Um, yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, in regards to this Michael Conlan fight versus um, Jordan Gill. You know what I mean? Where, like, pretty much, what would you like Michael Conlan to do next? Where would you like Jordan Gill to go next? Do you think he deserves a world title shot from that performance? And considering his age, and he's already got a couple of losses on his record, I think that if it's not a world title fight, then maybe a big domestic fight, which would be good for Jordan Gill. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, and as always, please subscribe. Bless.